5. Aloha and welcome back, buddies. I'm Sammy Grayson, and it is time for more Dawntrail. 3 down, 1 to go. As far as I can tell, we still have some leeway with the Miso terminal, meaning you can carry on getting to know the Endless in the last zone. Wind's Path Garden, it's called. It's breathtakingly beautiful. That's where your memories are stored, yes? That's right. I left it for last so I could guide you for as long as possible. Very thoughtful of me, yes? Ooh, a great idea just occurred to me. And that is? What might that be? I'll save it for after we've arrived on the other side. See you there. Her great ideas are generally less than great. Hey, Erinville? As much as I want to grant your mother her wish, I also want to respect yours. When all said and done, I want you to be happy. I hope you know this. I know. I know. Kakyo isn't only his mother, she's his mentor as well. It'll only make it harder for him to say goodbye. Let's go. For now, we keep doing what we've been doing. Seeking out Endless and learning what's dear to them. Final area. And away we go. Everyone does the superhero landing.
If I could have everyone's attention, I know we have pressing business, but I'd like to say a few words. Before I died, I had 2 wishes. The first was to see who my Elaneshpia would become.
Say that's accomplished.
I would say that wish has been fulfilled.
And the second?
Indeed, it has. For the boy who once shunned company has returned a somewhat sociable man, surrounded by wonderful friends. As his mother and mentor both, I couldn't be more proud. As for my second wish, that was to see all manner of nature that I had never seen before. I hoped to explore every corner of the world and there find thriving life. But I didn't even get to see all of Tyrol, did I? Never enough hours in a day, or days in a year, or years in a life.
Kapiwa.
Oh, don't give me that look. Though, admittedly, I did go and spoil the mood. Apologies. What I was so poorly trying to work up to asking was this. I want you to help me fulfill my second wish.
And how do we do that exactly?
I have a good feeling about this place. There is so much here I've never seen before. I just know it.
We'd love to see it with you.
I thought you might say that. Thank you. Windspath Gardens is home to a collection of flora and fauna that once thrived on the continent. Like the rest of living memory, I haven't explored it in earnest. Controlling my vessel demanded all of my attention. But at long last, I'll get to meet the creatures here. Wrap things up with a perfect little adventure. So, shall we?
Absolutely not. We're to grant you your wish, and then what? You leave? You cannot ask that of me.
Oh, Ellen Neshpia. Please understand. I just wanted to end on a happy note. Not only for myself, but for all of us. Better that than a sad goodbye, surely.
Poor guy. Then, with your consent, let's begin our adventure. Naturally, while we go about this, feel free to continue befriending Endless. Be sure to absorb the delightful scenery. Looks to be a pretty open area, I think. And I have how many left? 2. Fuck off, robot. Somehow anticipated this. This particular garden is called Blooms of Discovery. Beautiful, isn't it? Like if the winding path over in Bestway's Burrows was like actually had plant life in it. It's absolutely stunning. And they're all actual plants. They are indeed. These specimens were brought here hundreds of years ago for conservation. The calamity had pushed them to the brink of extinction. So this zone is like a great conservatory. Conservatory. Precisely, my dear Cryo. Here you'll find flora and fauna the likes of which no longer exist elsewhere. Doesn't the thought just set your heart aflutter? I suppose. I expect that some creatures I encountered outside Thrall may have cousins in this world. While I am no expert on life in their reflections, it would make for an interesting study to compare them. Now there's an idea. Leave it to my people to think up such. Here we have not only a world's traversing adventurer and a veteran gleaner, but a pair of Charlene's finest scholars besides. It's a veritable gathering of inquisitiveness, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. Grab some more tenacity. Beep, beep, bing. Let's see. Question mark, question mark, question mark. First one should be nearby. So you know what? gonna pause for a minute while I go grab it. Alright, either current acquired, back to it. To begin with, I'd like you to scout out the vicinity and report back with any points of note. This would be a good opportunity to speak to the locals. They're bound to be familiar with the area, after all. As Eleneshpia suggested, it would be interesting to compare the creatures here with those native to the source. I never ventured outside of Tyrol, so I look forward to your insights. Just leave it to us. I've only ever been to Charlian myself, but I'd like to think I know interesting when I see it. Alright, let's start by going this way then. Hello. Scientist-looking lady. Oh, hello there. What am I doing, you ask? Look up the trunk. See the plants within capsules? These are species that either can't survive in Windspath Gardens or would become invasive and disrupt the ecosystem. Capsules recreate the conditions they require, from tropical to frigid climes, while keeping them isolated. In this way, any and all plant life can be preserved forever, just like ourselves. Treasure trove of knowledge, this place. See a creature wandering about that resembles the treants native to the 12thwood. Timberman. The garden appears to be meticulously maintained, if not by Endless, then by machines. Ah, the other one is down there. Yep. Ah, there we go. Did you know that even the water here is created using electrope? The initial product is too pure, though, and adjustments have to be made so the composition resembles what is found in the natural environment. That's just one of the many things they do to create the ideal conditions for these plants to thrive. I don't know what's become of the world outside the barrier, but I should like to visit a lovely spot such as this in real life. I can think of a couple. Speaking of lovely spots, have you been to the top of this lookout here? It's a great vantage point, and there's even a food stall in case you're hungry. Terminal gazing endless. My ancestors aren't actually Alexandrian, but hail from a place called Conde Petier. They had some unique customs there. For instance, when greeting someone, you had to say "Lally-ho" in a spirited manner. The settlement was also famous for a gigantic tree that grew nearby. It was so enormous that when you stood at its base, the roots covering the ground were beyond the horizon. The terminal here at Windspath Garden is apparently inspired by that very tree. The Aoife tree, its name was. It may not be real, but it's nice to have it as a memento for posterity. Lally-ho seems to be a common phrase in Final Fantasy games, I think. And I'm assuming that was also a 9 reference. Alrighty then. Timberman. I thought we had a solo duty ahead of us. Welcome back, Ikoze. Trial has just delivered to me a most fascinating report. You have some engaging impressions to share too, I hope. Well, that is all very interesting indeed. But I must say, I am most fascinated by the ambulating trees. While there are similar creatures in Urkopacha, could you tell me more about these tree ants as you know them? There are various subspecies, such as those with red leaves or a gnarled look. That's so. Though it makes sense they would adapt to their environment in that fashion. I imagine they need careful management to flourish, such as having specific varieties of trees around them. Management of ecosystems. Falls to my labyrinthos, does it not? That it does. Lest you wonder, Labyrinthos is a storage facility deep beneath Charlian that contains a recreation of a temperate climate zone. Such a place exists? Amazing! By the by, did anyone also catch sight of a large scalekin? A large scalekin, you say? What does it look like? Nothing I've seen before, but it has a rodent-like form and walks on all fours. If it looks like a rodent, wouldn't that make it a beastkin? No, it's covered in scales, ones that appear to mimic succulent plants. By that, I would definitely classify it as a scalekin. Ah. I'd have to say for certain without seeing it. Why don't you show me? Very well. It was in a flower field earlier and should still be near. Let's head over there then. When we find it, we'll see who's right. Two of you should come along too and lend us your opinions. Go on ahead, Ikoze. Let the others know and then join you. Alright, let's go see this thing. Nope, here we are. So where's this thing? Spot a beast resembling the XIV you encountered in the first. And I'd definitely qualify that as beastkin. That's the one there. There. I see. At a glance, it certainly has the look of both scalekin and beastkin. Let's examine it more closely, shall we? Tell me your observations. It's covered in plant-like scales. That was also the first thing I noticed. Dare say those scales are for hiding in foliage. Having studied it, I believe that these scales upon its back are in fact a unique form of hide. Rather than being a shed, it grows with the creature. You may be right. We considered that, along with its other characteristics, such as its face and hands, it's more likely to be a beastskin, like you said. Physical examination would be needed to confirm this beyond doubt, but I'm satisfied simply to have seen it. Seems you alone are familiar with this species. Where did you encounter it? On this place called the First. The Fairy Kingdom of the First? Pose has been to the very edge of existence. She has seen life that others could only imagine. Amazing. Creation truly holds no end of mysteries. Oh, how I'd love to see them all. Life beyond the bounds of our star and plane both. Looks like we're having fun. Hearing about the unknown never fails to rouse me. I felt the same way when Nekkonime and XIV treated me to tales of their travels. You knew grandfather? Oh, didn't I already mention it? It was when XIV came to Stroll to investigate the Golden City. I happened to have business with Galul Jaja, so we met in Tuliolo. Little did I know that the tiny babe he was cradling would return as you. To think that our paths had already crossed all these years ago. Not only yours and mine either. And the Neshpia was there too, you know. I don't remember. It's quite fine if you don't. Yeah, he must have been, like, very little. It was actually because XIV told me about Charlene that I later urged Eleneshpia to take up gleaning. My fussy bun was growing up dour and withdrawn, and it was when I was at my wit's end that I recalled your grandfather's story about gleaners. Seeing the world through their adventures would inspire change for the better, I believed. I'm sorry I was dour and withdrawn. If you ask me, you still have some work to do, but it's because you're that way that you're with us now, and I, for one, am grateful. Well, let's keep moving, shall we? Here's the facility I've been wanting to visit, the Clara Museum of Nature. You're supposed to have creatures that take you on leisure flights. There's just one problem. Seems only 3 people can fly at one time. Then you and Aaronville should go. The rest of us still have plenty of other things we can do here. If there's room for one more, why don't you come with us, Kokose? Okie dokie. Then it's settled. The museum is at the bottom of the ramp that runs west of Laynode Arrow. Come on. Should be Laynode. West. That is south. I need to go west. Ah, there we are. The Knowable. All right, back on track. Could probably just jump down there. But we have another ether current to find first. Let's see. We go around this way. Should take me towards that path. Yep. And a yup. To the northeast. To the east. Okay. It is not letting me jump. Fuck. Get down off the ramp over there, I guess. 83 yells. I should be able to see it. Where is it? Obviously, it's got to be down there. It's to the south. To the south. Southeast. There you are. You big bitch. All right. And with that, all that's left is the story quest. Just going around. Kahila. Here it is, the Clara Museum of Nature. The main building is closed due to the ether shortage, but happily they're still offering leisure flights. And these are the fellows that will bear us. How adorable. Capybaras. They don't look capable of flight. Come on. Come now. You know better than to judge a creature by its appearance. This will be great. I just know it. More tenacity. Ba-ba-ba-ba. There's the aero terminal. Alright, and with that, I'm actually gonna end things off here. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.